2024 has been the year of age gap rom-coms, but not in the way that it's always been. There has been 3 films this year including big names such as Zac Efron, Anne Hathaway, Nicole Kidman, all involving romances between an older woman and a younger man. What is this new trend of there being older women and younger men in Hollywood? Has this been subtly there before, or is this something kind of entirely new? And overall, is this positive? So firstly, let's have a look at Hollywood romances and age gaps in general. In Hollywood, it is no secret that there has been age gaps both in real life and on screen. Most notoriously, there is Leonardo DiCaprio, who has a penchant for women below the age of 25, despite him being in his now mid-50s, I believe. And most recently, Al Pacino and Noor Alfalfa had a child together with their 54-year age gap. Of course, many people have their own opinions on this subject and the ethics surrounding it. Many people believe that it's simply wrong for you to be dating someone who could be your father, grandfather, mother, grandmother, and so the whole idea of big age gap relationships is just completely weird and wrong. On the other hand, lots of people believe that these are 2 consenting adults. As long as you are legal adults, who cares what you do? It's your business. One thing though does seem to be true, and that is for male actors, musicians, those in the spotlight of fame, it almost seems like a bit of a given that they are going to be with girlfriends who are quite model-esque and are usually in their 20s. And because it's almost seen as a given, no one really bats an eyelid at it. On screen, we see so many relationships where the man is older, and by at least sometimes 20, 30 years. One big instance of this is the famous film Pretty Woman, in which Julia Roberts and Richard Gere are in a romantic relationship together, and there is actually an 18-year age gap between the 2 actors. Though nothing in the actual movie really addresses this, a lot of the time it's never really addressed. Again, it's just sort of seen as a given that the man is a lot older or somewhat older and that the woman is younger. There are so many movies where this is the case, ranging from classic movies to the most recent movies, that I can't even really begin to give you a full list because there are so many. I'll leave an article down below which is kind of listing them all, well, a few of them at least, because there are so many. It is just the given on screen that an older man and a younger woman are in relationships. So where does this leave older women? And there is a stereotype of older women in Hollywood, and I guess in real life as well. And there's a saying that older men age like fine wine, but women, they age like milk. Again, women are named as cougars with their toy boys, but can you actually think of any of these names for men, older men who are with younger women? Because off the top of my head, I can't. It's just women who are given the title of cougars with their younger playful toy of a boy. There is so much to be said for this statement, particularly about women aging like milk. I mean, it's just ridiculous because women are put on this pedestal when they're younger, when they have their, I guess, beauty, which is when they are in their youth. And then when they are deemed to be past it, which is at usually a certain age, generally past your 30s, women are then taken off that pedestal and away from that realm of desire and attractiveness. Sunset Boulevard is a classic film directed by Billy Wilder, featuring an aged actress who is seen as being, she's out of her peak. She is obsessed with beauty and youth and wanting to be beautiful again, and she is looked at with pity and disgust by her male kind of counterpart, who kind of has a relationship with her, but generally looks at her with quite a bit of disgust. The character of Norma is, obsessed with the way that she looks. She values her exterior looks and her beauty so highly because that is what has been taught to her while she has been in Hollywood, that she is regarded for her looks and not really much else, which you can see parallels to, especially in today's society, which, you know, my most recent video, looking at the likes of Instagram face, it's like we as women are still regarded for the way that we look. We are still kind of told that the way that we look is extremely important and we should put a high precedence on that. Sometimes beyond other things such as our personality, our skills, our attributes, our knowledge. Through the character of Joe's eyes, we can see the absolute dismissal that he gives Norma, and the way that he thinks that women should act and should behave once they've reached a certain age, and is repulsed by her still kind of acting and wanting to be a being. So this kind of all goes to show that women like Norma, who are again of a certain age, are very rarely ever romanticised on screen, and this role is instead reserved for women who are in their 20s and 30s. And the only way that generally women of this age are seen as being desired and attractive within the media and in Hollywood is through some sort of women simply aren't allowed to be what men are, and that is desired beyond their 30s. They are kept in this box of desire, which is between a certain amount of years, usually when their childbearing years are, and then as soon as that is finished, they are then put on this shelf of kind of neglect, of seen as being dowdy, of nothing really else, not any kind of object of desire, nothing of like having this kind of attractiveness that they might have had a couple of years ago, even in their youth. I mean, it's just strange because men are given this ability to be attractive way beyond, you know, their 30s, their 20s, their 40s even. But women, it's just not the same. However, as stated at the beginning, in 2024, there has been 3 big movies involving relationships between older women and younger men. So could this be the beginning of a new genre and the start of something new in the look towards seeing women as being desired and attractive beyond their 30s? These films include A Family Affair, The Idea of You, and Lonely Planet. As we just discussed, women who are over a certain age in Hollywood are regarded as being kind of just the characters of the mother and not really having too much about them apart from they're just the mother, that's what their label is. And they are deemed as undesirable compared to the 20-something woman who also is in the film alongside them. So this kind of leans into a little bit of reality where women who are, yes, of a certain age may be deemed as just kind of labelled as the mother and not really being given much thought about who they are besides that other identity. Of course, being a mother is one of the most amazing things in the world, and I don't think we give the term of being a mother and the power of being a mother enough credit, but women are more than just kind of being a mother as well. We have lots of other things to us, of course. We have our personalities, again, attributes, skills. We have so much to us, which isn't just being a mother. And I don't mean to use that just term as like, you know, you're just a mother, you're just someone who gave birth and then looked after some children. I don't mean that at all. There is so much to be said to the power of motherhood, and I think we need to give so much more respect to the name of being a mother. However, if you can kind of get what I'm saying, it's that we as women have more to give than the label of mother, if you know what I mean. However, what I'm trying to get across is kind of shown in these 3 films. They are all mothers, they are all again of that certain age and so given the title of being a mother, but what is common among women of those ages is that they are a mother at that age of being 40 and 50. You know, that's the usual age that you will have children. Apart from, of course, Laura Dern's character, I don't think that it's actually hinted to at all in Lonely Planet that she is a mother. However, they are different to just being a mother, and again, that just term, like I don't mean it in that way, but you know what I mean is what I'm trying to get at, is that they are a bit more than just this label. They are strong, career-minded women who are confident and have so much kind of else going on in their lives. And I think what is really poignant is that they're not characterized as being this evil seductress who comes in and steals this younger man, or taints him in some sort of way. It's not put across like that, which is often how we see relationships between younger men and older women, is that it's this kind of like power balance, and it's not in the way of how it is where the man is older and the woman is younger. What's interesting about these films is that they are just three women who have interesting lives, who are, again, career-minded, have a lot going on in their lives, and they simply just fall for a younger man. And there would be no issue if this was the reverse. Yet it is still seen as weird and wrong. And there can be an argument made that these types of movies add to the problematic idea of these very large, sometimes, age gaps. But more feasibly, they highlight something that is actually quite positive. And first of all, it helps highlight the misogyny and internalised misogyny that we have in our society, which tells women and girls that you are not desirable beyond a certain age. These movies normalise the desire of older women in a way that isn't just, and shows a relationship that is one that is quite strong sometimes, where there is commitment, where there is love, and where there is fun too, like any natural relationship. Overall, it seems like the production of these films actually helps to chip away at the narrative, which tells women that they should only think about themselves in this one way, which is a way that is told to them by the media, by Hollywood, and society kind of in general. Do let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think of this new movement of having older women and younger men in relationships and rom-coms in Hollywood, but also in reality, in real life? What do you think that this could do? How do you think that this could be positive or negative? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!